Deep within the English countryside stands a small stone house that has survived nearly 900 years of history. It has witnessed kings and kingdoms rise and fall, endured wars and plagues, and inspired countless stories that continue. The year was 1145. England was divided by civil war during the reign of King Stephen. Small farming villages dotted the countryside, and daily life revolved around the church, the seasons, and survival. Near the construction of St. Mary's Church, skilled craftsmen began building a sturdy stone house that would later become known as the Ancient Ram Inn. Its thick walls and massive oak beams were designed to endure for generations. The building provided shelter for workers constructing the nearby church. After long days of labor, its hearth offered warmth, food, and rest to generations of medieval craftsmen. As centuries passed, the inn witnessed England's changing history. The Tudor era, Civil War, industrial expansion, and the modern age all unfolded, while its ancient walls remained standing. Over the centuries, the building served many roles. It became a farmhouse, an inn, and eventually a private residence. Though its purpose changed, its medieval character remained remarkably intact. Eventually, the old building fell into disrepair. Its roof sagged, ivy crept across the stone walls, and nature slowly reclaimed what centuries of history had left behind. In 1968, John Humphreys purchased the neglected property with the goal of restoring its remarkable history. What began as a preservation project would eventually place the ancient Ram Inn at the center of one of Britain's most enduring paranormal legends. As restoration work began, John Humphreys focused on preserving the building's medieval structure. While clearing debris and repairing centuries-old rooms, he later claimed that unusual experiences began almost immediately. Humphreys later recalled hearing footsteps in empty rooms and sensing that he was not alone while working inside the inn. Although he searched repeatedly, he never found anyone else in the building. Among the inn's most frequently discussed locations is the bishop's room. Visitors have reported sudden cold spots, feelings of being watched, and brief sightings of figures that disappeared before they could be identified. Some witnesses have described briefly seeing a figure standing in the doorway of the bishop's room. Most reported that the figure vanished before they could approach, leaving only the empty corridor behind. Perhaps the most common experience reported inside the ancient Ram Inn is not a sight or a sound, but an overwhelming feeling of unease. Many visitors describe a sudden sense of dread, despite finding nothing visibly unusual. Another room has become closely linked with local folklore. According to legend, a woman accused of witchcraft once sought refuge here, though historians have found little evidence confirming the story. Over the years, some visitors have reported unusual sensations inside the witch's room, including sudden chills, feelings of unease, and the impression that someone was standing just behind them. Several investigators and guests have reported hearing what sounded like children's laughter or footsteps coming from upstairs. Despite repeated searches, no source for the sounds has ever been identified. Some visitors and investigators have claimed that doors opened on their own, chairs shifted slightly, and objects appeared to move without anyone touching them. While these reports remain unexplained, none have been conclusively verified. As the inn's reputation spread, paranormal investigators began conducting overnight investigations using cameras, audio recorders, and environmental sensors in an effort to document the reported activity. Among the most commonly reported experiences are sightings of dark figures moving through the inn's narrow corridors. Witnesses often describe seeing someone turn a corner, only to discover the passage completely empty moments later. When the final visitors depart and silence returns, only the sounds of an ancient building remain. Creaking timber, shifting stone, and the whisper of the wind continue to shape the atmosphere that has fueled centuries of stories. Some investigation teams have reported recording unexplained sounds during overnight sessions. Supporters describe these as electronic voice phenomena, while skeptics suggest environmental noise or audio interference may provide more likely explanations. Engineers and historians point out that a building approaching 9 centuries in age naturally produces unusual sounds. Expanding timber, uneven floors, drafts, and settling stonework can easily create experiences that seem mysterious. Beyond its paranormal reputation, the ancient Ram Inn remains an important piece of England's architectural heritage. Its centuries-old timber frame and stone walls offer a rare glimpse into medieval craftsmanship that has survived nearly 900 years. Psychologists note that expectations can strongly influence perception. Visitors who enter believing a location is haunted may become more aware of ordinary sounds, shadows, and natural environmental changes. As the stories spread, separating documented history from local folklore became increasingly difficult. Some legends grew with each retelling, while the building itself remained a genuine survivor of nearly 9 centuries of English history. Television documentaries, books, and paranormal programs introduced the ancient Ram Inn to audiences around the world. Today, it remains one of Britain's most recognizable locations associated with reported hauntings. As stories of the ancient Ram Inn spread beyond England, it became one of the world's best-known allegedly haunted houses. Visitors traveled from across the globe hoping to experience the mystery for themselves. Does the ancient Ram Inn deserve its reputation as England's most haunted house? Historians point to its remarkable age, while believers point to generations of eyewitness accounts. Nearly 9 centuries later, the debate remains unresolved. For nearly 900 years, the ancient Ram Inn has survived wars, changing kingdoms, and the passing of countless generations. Whether its legends are born from folklore, psychology, or something that still lingers within its ancient walls, the building remains one of Britain's most enduring historical mysteries. Sometimes, history itself is mysterious enough. Some visitors arrive seeking evidence of the paranormal. Others come simply to stand inside one of England's oldest surviving buildings. Whatever their beliefs, the ancient Ram Inn continues to inspire fascination, debate, and curiosity.